Greetings, minions! This is the third time I have the pleasure of speaking to you, and I must say, it remains as engaging as ever. Thank you all for watching our video devlogs about the upcoming game, My Horde. In the previous videos, we discussed our protagonist and the inception of our project. Today, we aim to explore one specific aspect and tell you how we killed our UI. Stay with us to find out that, and before that, a quick announcement. Continuously, we work on our title, integrating new elements into it, improving existing features, and enhancing its visual appeal. As we unveil this latest video devlog, we stand approximately 1 month away from a monumental announcement. And when we say monumental, we mean truly colossal. So, if you're an enthusiast of Moriana, our sexy necromancer, ensure you follow us closely and avoid missing out on this game-changing news. Okay, but getting back to today's subject, those who have had the opportunity to experience the My Horde demo likely observe the absence of a conventional user interface. There's no health bar, damage indicators, or mana gauge. The only elements visible are the countdown timer at the top and the tally of collected souls in the upper left corner. This minimalistic approach was intentional from the very beginning. We didn't want to distract players with excessive information. However, we still needed to make sure necromancy enthusiasts knew what was going on the screen. Here's how we accomplished this, step by step, by eliminating unnecessary elements. In the initial iterations, when the game was known as Necromancer, a mana bar was present. Typically, this blue bar at the bottom of the screen indicates the player's ability to perform resurrection actions. A full bar signified you could resurrect fallen enemies 3 times, one after another, before you needed to wait a moment and let your mana regenerate. As long as we want to let players fulfill the fantasy of becoming a formidable necromancer, we didn't want to make this task too easy. And so mana served as the limitation, some sort of cooldown. But how to eliminate this sweet little blue bar? If mana is just to give Moriana a cooldown, we decided to, well, abolish this mana mechanic altogether and replace it with a simple cooldown system. Yet, the challenges persisted. Subsequent iterations revealed player dissatisfaction with cooldown mechanics, prompting us to devise an alternative approach. Hence, we introduced the casting mechanic. Players are no longer restricted by mana points, and the cooldown concept was discarded in favor of a time-limited casting mechanism. At the beginning of the game, before getting any bonuses or new abilities, players must hold down the button for a duration before the resurrection process completes. To indicate the duration of this action, we introduced a casting bar, a subtle addition adjacent to the character. However, the objective was to minimize the UI, not introduce new elements, particularly one resembling a cumbersome download progress bar. Animation proved instrumental in addressing this issue. Moriana holds a constantly moving blue soul in her hand. Each resurrection triggers a unique animation sequence for the soul, clearly depicting the duration required to add new minions to your army. This approach enhances immersion, especially with the casting sound. Its inclusion significantly increases players' tolerance for the casting duration, eliminating the need for any progress bars. And so, the audio-visual elements of My Horde are paramount, granting us also greater freedom in balancing the game. Our title heavily emphasizes time management. Waves of opponents gradually escalate in difficulty over time, necessitating vigilant preparation to confront imminent threats like the next Knight's Ring of Death. To aid players in this regard, we initially implemented, you guessed it, a progress bar to indicate forthcoming events. Question: how do we get rid of it? We found a more elegant solution thanks to Amber Lee Connors, our esteemed actress portraying Moriana.
Your liege sent you to your death for his own amusement. My, persistent aren't we?
Unique lines recorded for each impending event serve to subtly inform players about what is going to happen. Lines are unique for each event. Players unconsciously learn about the next events, they remember what will happen in a moment. Thanks to it, we eliminated the need for a visible progress indicator. However, the most significant challenge arose with the health bar. Moriana is not invincible. Each blow from adversaries inflicts damage, and when her health points deplete to 0, it's game over.
We shall meet again.
Several ideas were considered to address this challenge. Initially, we contemplated eliminating the health bar altogether, but come on, it's not fair to not inform players about how close they are to their demise. The second idea was to replace the red health bar with hearts. One hit causes you to lose one heart, but it feels too painful for the players. One stray peasant who'd be lucky enough to approach Moriana quickly could take too much damage. Instead, we opted for a visual representation of Moriana's condition. Our anti-hero isn't human. She's a lich who only on the surface is an attractive woman. We decided to use it to our advantage. Graphic designers meticulously crafted various stages of Moriana's degradation, reflecting her transformation to a skeletal figure as she sustains damage. She loses pieces of her clothes and her skin. This unique approach effectively communicates Moriana's health level, eliminating the need for a conventional health bar and offering players an unconventional yet intuitive indicator. Similar principles apply to enemies and minions. Their appearance becomes increasingly bloodied as their health diminishes, allowing players to strategize accordingly and prioritize targets based on their remaining vitality. Last but not least, the tutorial. We know that players aren't stupid, and our game is simple, so we decided to avoid intrusive pop-up windows that would explain each mechanic with walls of text by utilizing simple on-screen messages at the outset of each run to provide players with essential instructions. Hold the button to necromance, and move. With these straightforward directives, players can swiftly immerse themselves in the game. What are your thoughts on this devlog? Do games with minimal UI enhance the player experience, or do you believe otherwise? We welcome your input in the comments section. Now, we get back to work, preparing for the forthcoming monumental announcement regarding Be My Horde. We refrain from divulging details to preserve the element of surprise. In the meantime, as always, remember to add our game to your wishlist and explore the Be My Horde demo available on Steam. Farewell for now, and praise be Moriana!